Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. My name is Afia Farooq, Divisional Public School and Intermediate College, Lahore. Welcome students. We are going to start chapter number 9 and the topic is chords of a circle. This is our first lecture, so we will start from basic concepts of the circle. Basic concepts of a circle. A circle is the locus of a moving point P in a plane which is always equidistant from some fixed point O. Locus means the path or track. Equidistant means equal distance. Look at in this picture. Here P is the moving point and O is the fixed point. When P moves around circular track, so this traces the boundary of the circle. Suppose when P moves along this circular path and reach at this position, suppose that this is new position of point P after moving, this is P1. When we join this point P1 to O, then the distance from O to P and O to P1 remains same, means they are always equidistant from this center point O. The fixed point O not lying on the circle is called center. Here this fixed point O is not lying on the boundary of the circle because this fixed point O is in the center of the circle and this is fixed point. So this is the center of the circle. The constant distance OP is the radius and the distance from O to P is the radius. Similarly, distance from O to P1 is also the radius because these two distances are equidistant or constant distance. And in other way we can say that any distance from fixed point to any point on the boundary of the circle is the radius. The boundary traced by moving point P is called the circumference of the circle. When this point P moves along a circular path, then this point P traces the boundary of the circle. This boundary of the circle is called the circumference or perimeter of the circle. Student, look into this figure. When we draw a circle with the help of a compass, then the moving head of the compass that holds the pencil draw the boundary of the circle, whereas the other hand, that is the fixed hand of the compass, locates the center of the circle. Radial segment of a circle is a line segment determined by the center and a point on the circle. Here students, M is the center point or fixed point and N is any point on the boundary of the circle. When we join M with N with a line segment, so MN is the radius of the circle. Similarly, O is any point on the boundary of the circle. When we join M with O, then this is also a radius. And similarly, P is any point on the boundary of the circle. And when we join M with P, this is also a radius because the distance from M to N, distance from M to O, and the distance from M to P is same. There is only one center point, whereas all the radii of a circle are equal in length. Radii is the plural of the radius. Center point is fixed and unique, means only one center point. And any point on the boundary of the circle, then the distance from this center to this point are all radius and all are equal in length. Mn is equal to Mo is equal to Mp. All are radii of the same circle and the length of Mn, Mo and Mp are equal. 2 pi r is the circumference of a circle with radius r, whereas an irrational number pi being the ratio of the circumference and the diameter of a given circle. Circumference is denoted by 2 pi r, where r is the radius of the circle and pi is an important irrational number. We determined pi as pi is the ratio of circumference over diameter, or it can be say that pi is equal to circumference divided by diameter. Here students, circumference is the boundary. This red boundary of the circle is the circumference or perimeter of the circle, and this black line that passes through the center of the circle is called the diameter. As we know that the distance from center point to any point on the boundary of the circle is the radius. Similarly, from this center point to this point, this distance is also a radius. So radius plus radius, that means diameter is equal to 2 radius. The circumference can be written as C is equal to pi d, where d is the diameter of the circle, and as we know that diameter is equal to 2r. So it can be written as C is equal to 2 pi r, or circumference is equal to 2 pi r. An arc ACB of a circle is any portion of its circumference. Suppose ACB are any 3 points on the boundary of the circle. When we join these 2 points as ACB, so this is the arc, that is any portion of the boundary or circumference of the circle. A chord of a circle is a line segment joining any 2 points on the circumference of a circle. Suppose that A and B are any 2 points on the boundary of the circle. When we join these 2 points A and B with a line segment, so this is the chord AB. Similarly, C and D are any 2 points on the boundary of the circle. When we join these 2 points with the line segment, so this is also a chord. And similarly, E, F are any 2 points on the boundary of the circle, and when we join these 2 points with the line segment, so this is also a chord EF. Given example, A, B, C, D and EF are chords. Diameter AB is the chord passing through the center of the circle. Diameter AB is also a chord that passes through the center of the circle. As why we can say that diameter is a chord? Because diameter joins any 2 points A and B on the boundary of the circle. So this is a chord, but this is a special chord that passes through the center of the circle. So the special chord that passes through the center of the circle is called the diameter of the circle. Diameter bisects a circle. Bisects mean divides a circle into 2 equal parts. Here this diameter AB divides the circle into 2 equal parts. One part is AXB, that is colored with pink color, and the other part is AYB, that is shaded with white color. So these 2 equal parts are the semicircles. A segment is the portion of a circle bounded by an arc and arc corresponding chord. When we draw any chord in the circle, then this chord divides the circle into 2 segments. This larger area is the major segment and this minor area is the minor segment. As any chord divides the circle into 2 segments, as we can see that in this figure. Bigger area that is bounded between major arc and the chord is the major segment. Here this red is the major arc curved, this red curved line is the major arc, and this blue is the chord. So the area bounded by chord and this major arc is the major segment. Similarly, smaller area that is bounded between minor arc, this green is the minor arc and this blue is the chord of the circle. So when the area is bounded by minor arc and the chord of the circle, so this is the minor segment. A sector of a circle is a plane figure bounded by 2 radii and the arc intercepted between them. Here students, in this figure we can see that this is radius, this is also radius, this is center point, and this is the arc intercepted between these two radius. So this is the sector of the circle. Any pair of radii divides a circle into two sectors, minor sector and a major sector. This is minor sector. This is radius. This is also radius. And this is the arc, minor arc. So this is the minor sector. Similarly, this is the radius. And this is the radius. And this is the major arc. So this is the major sector. Similarly, in this figure, this green portion is the minor sector and this major sector that is shaded with yellow color. Angle AOB is the central angle of the circle whose vertex is at the center O and its arm meet at the endpoints of the arc AB. Here AB is the arc and AB are the endpoints of the arc. O is the center of the circle. When we join this point O with B and A, that are the endpoints of the arc. So OA and OB form the arms of the angle, and AOB is the central angle because this angle is made at the center O, and the arms OB and OA meet at the common endpoint O. So this point O is called the vertex of the angle. So that is why AOB is the central angle. Dear students, learn all these basic concepts by heart, as these concepts will help us to understand our next lectures. Thank you. Stay blessed.